Pokemon Let's Go came out a couple of weeks ago, and I am so glad that people finally came around on this game.
I am painfully disappointed with the cash baby.
Oh, I guess some people still don't think too highly of this game. But I, on the other hand, have been pleasantly surprised with the enjoyment that I've gotten out of this game. Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are basically HD releases of Pokemon Yellow with Pokemon Go catching mechanics. But really, there's more to it than that. Gamefreak did such a great job of making the world feel alive. Pokemon are seen in the overworld, and they don't just randomly appear in the tall grass. And not only that, but Pokemon also follow behind you. Some of these Pokemon are awesome to see, like Charizard or Arcanine. But others, well, let's just say they're a bit more interesting. Come here, child. You can ride Snorlax by clinging on to his blubber. Thanks, Nintendo. Quality product. Another major change that this game introduced was the way in which a trainer encounters and captures Pokemon. Now, in most Pokemon games, you gotta whittle down a Pokemon's HP, maybe inflict a status effect or two, and then throw a Pokeball.
But Gamefreak says, screw all that. Who needs capture mechanics and strategy when you can just do this?
They decided to opt out of the strategic approach. Should I try one more hit even though I might kill it? Or maybe should I try to take one last hit and finally put it to sleep? They decided to scrap all of that, and after all of these changes to the capture mechanic and dumbing it down to where a 2-year-old could do it, you want to know what I think, Game Freak? It's not bad. I kinda like it. When this change to the capture mechanic was first announced, it became one of my biggest fears for this game. But honestly, after trying it, this new method of capturing Pokemon felt really refreshing. It felt as if the game had a better flow to it. The player was no longer interrupted by random encounters. Instead, they had the opportunity to encounter a Pokemon that they could actually see on the screen. You interacted with the Pokemon in the overworld for an attempt to catch it before it had the chance to flee. Why on earth did Game Freak bring back the flee mechanic? Nobody liked it, not even Timmy. And he likes everything! Nothing is more frustrating than finally encountering that rare or shiny Pokemon you've been hunting for, and then poof, you never see it again. Game Freak, throw that mechanic in the trash and keep it there. I mean it. Overall, the new catching mechanic is nice, and I don't necessarily want it to become the status quo, but it was definitely enjoyable. This does, however, lead me to my next point. Many people have thought that this game is way too easy. You see, every time you catch a Pokemon, you are given XP, and it can be a fairly large boost. If you decide to catch a lot of Pokemon, you can quickly become overpowered. And to make things even easier, your starter Pokemon is guaranteed to have 6 perfect IVs. This means that right from the start, you have a huge advantage. For me though, I never really had a problem with the difficulty, and that's mostly because of the way I played the game. For starters, I chose to box my partner Pokemon because I wanted a Pokemon that could evolve. I also made the conscious decision to box my team at the beginning of each route and then go on a catching spree. I would catch tons of Pokemon and gain tons of XP, but my main team would remain unaffected in the box. This unintentionally led to the game being much harder than it needed to be. As a result, when I beat the Elite Four, most of my party was below level 50, and I even got swept by the champion's Mega Pokemon. I know most people won't experience this artificial difficulty, but ultimately, it led me to have a great time when playing Pokemon and still feeling challenged. There were also a lot of new fun mechanics in the game, and one of my favorites was actually combo catching. To me, there's just something fun about chaining the same Pokemon to increase rare spawns, IVs, and even a possibility of it being shiny. I love how you're able to get a combo going on an uncommon Pokemon like a Growlithe, and then suddenly you see it everywhere like a Zubat in a cave. I also think the new candy mechanic is pretty cool. It doesn't affect flat battles, but for the story stuff, it really lets you tailor your own experience. If your favorite Pokemon is Caterpie, you can now give it 200 stats across the board, and suddenly it can go up against Lance's Dragonite. Unfortunately, these candy values were at the cost of effort values. This leads to less diversity on the competitive side of things, but I feel confident that they will return in 2019's Generation 8 game. Pokemon Let's Go really was a blast to play through, and it is extremely fun to chain for shinies. But unfortunately, you can really notice the lack of depth in the competitive sphere. Overall, it was just an enjoyable experience, and I honestly urge you all to give it a try. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments what you think about Pokemon Let's Go. Did you love it, or did you hate it? I'll see you soon for Smash Bros. Ultimate. Well, that's pretty much all I got. See ya!